In this section, I'm going to bring you through a journey where we go from idea validation to the maturity of a company. I'll show you the different tools and frameworks that we can use for each of those stages and how you can get from here to hypothetically here, and why this is the place where you want to be as quickly as possible. Before we move forward, let me highlight and let me show you a few key points. First of all, we're going to understand in this stage how one of the most important aspects when building up a business is actually to pass through the idea validation stage. That's because in the entrepreneurial world, but also in general, for people, it's not a problem having ideas. Many of us have many ideas, but the real problem is understanding what ideas to prioritize and understanding what ideas will actually work in the marketplace. That's why we need to have a solid framework to actually pass through this stage as quickly as possible, because as we will see, the primary issue is not about building up a product, but it's actually building up a product that people want to buy, building up a product that actually our customers love and that they want to use because it actually solves a problem. So that's why at this stage we're going to be looking at two primary frameworks: the prototyping framework from Alberto Savoia and the demo cell build framework from Ashmauri. We're going to use those two frameworks to actually help us go through and pass through the stage of idea validation, so that we have a few models and a few frameworks in mind to go through this stage as quickly as possible. Then we're going to move to the problem solution fit. This is a very important step that you're going to take, because once you validate the idea, you launch the product. Of course, you still need to understand your market as much as possible, but this is not something that happens overnight, because before you master your market, it's going to take you some time to actually tweak your product, to tweak your business model, until you get to the point where you can reach problem solution fit. And as we will see, problem solution fit is one of the most important aspects, and also in some cases is one of the hardest aspects to focus, because what happens is that, especially in the high-tech startup world, founders and entrepreneurs in general, they tend to focus about adding features to the product, building a new product or whatever, but they don't tend to focus about understanding the problem as much as possible. So at this stage, we're really going to focus about understanding the problem and understanding our segments, the customers that we picked in the marketplace, as well as possible to reach to this stage. And for the sake of it, we're going to use two primary tools. We're going to use the linear canvas and we're going to use the lean canvas from Ashmauri. Then we're going to look at the third stage, which is the product market fit stage, which is where the entrepreneurs, like most entrepreneurs, want to be in the long run, because this is a place where customers love your product, you are in fit with the market, meaning that everyone is talking about you, everyone loves you, the product is right, the business model is right, your team is right, so everything is fit, actually fits together to bring you here. And we're going to see why it makes sense in this case to master your business model as much as possible. And so we're going to use more traditional framework like the business model canvas, because at this stage it's very important that you lay down the fundamentals of your business model as much as possible, you master it and you keep it going as quickly as possible. Then passing through this stage, as you can notice from the whiteboard, it's not by chance that I decided to put some phases for each of the stages that we have here. And as you can see, we have a sad phase here, we have a happy phase here, we have a very happy phase here, and then we have a sad phase here when we go to the maturity stage. The reason why I didn't put a phase here is because once we reach this product market fit stage, this is where we have options as entrepreneur, because there is so much buzz and let's say myths about scaling up, that now this has become a common word for entrepreneurs, even though they don't even know in some cases what it means. And you don't have to scale. I mean, you can build a successful company when you reach product market fit, and your company is going to be a very successful company. You don't have necessarily to scale. So what I'm saying is, when you get to this stage, you have options. You can decide if you want to scale your company further, if you want to go to another market. For instance, if you have a local business, if you want to actually grow it geographically, but it's going to be up to you. You need to understand that scaling is an option. You don't have to. And for the sake of scale, we're going to look at a framework from Reid Hoffman, the co-founder of LinkedIn, which is called the Blitz Scaling. While, as we'll see in Blitz Scaling, Reid Hoffman talks about Blitz Scale as a sort of also defense mechanism where you prioritize on growth over anything else. I'll show you also how to use this framework actually to understand whether it makes sense to grow further or not. And then at the end, we're going to look in the maturity stage at the white space. We are in a stage in which, and this is for very large corporations, very large companies, you are in a stage in which your business model is actually used to being fit with the market and now is going out of fit with the market. And it's very important at that stage to look at alternatives, business models in the marketplace and start implementing some of those models so that you have, and you're building up alternatives that over time will make your company successful. Because otherwise, if you don't take this step when you are in the maturity stage, what happens is that you run the risks that companies coming to the marketplace with a new business model and innovative business model might actually disrupt your company. And we're gonna go through these stages together, we're gonna go through this journey together so that you can build a successful company and you're gonna have the options to choose whether to scale it or not. It's gonna be up to you.